Today we are going to be discussing effective leadership. As we examine the Bible, we find accounts of many whom God worked through to lead his people. There has always been a need for effective leadership. While the primary purpose of Jesus coming to earth was to die on the cross, there is no doubt in my mind that the 3 years spent with the disciples were very important. In that time, Jesus displayed effective servant leadership, and ultimately, when he left, the apostles were ready to be leaders themselves, and in the power of the Spirit were able to lead the beginning of the church. The areas that we are going to focus on for this topic are the big three of leadership as defined by Reverend Brett Allen. The big three are vital for any organization to function together and be effective in fulfilling their purpose. Sometimes we can think that churches might not need to focus on these things, but these principles are universal truths of human nature, and because churches are comprised of people, these principles apply to churches as well. Reverend Brett Allen defines the big three in the following way. Where are we going? Vision. How do we get there? Purpose. What do we need to do on a daily basis to reach our objectives? Core values. These are essential concepts in leading a group of people. The first of these three is vision. Vision answers the question of where are we going? I was reflecting on the vision that Moses had. God had given Moses a vision. It was a vision of freedom from slavery and entering into their inheritance. That was the vision, to leave bondage and to enter the land that God had promised to their fathers. Vision, therefore, provides a goal. It provides a reason for existence more than just existence itself. The second essential concept is that of purpose. Purpose answers the question, how do we get there? Reverend Brett Allen says of the necessity of a defined purpose. When we fail to communicate our purpose, we make a decision to watch people become disinterested in our ministries. In my experience, many times churches can easily become focused on attendance and programs, and that leaves people with no real goal other than perfect attendance. It's easy to see why, with such a lack of focus, people fail to become motivated or enthusiastic about the life of the church. Reverend Allen continues on the subject of purpose, saying, few people will sign up for a trip that has no destination. Our time, money, and emotional interest are all limited. None of these commodities will be spent on something that has no apparent purpose. If you are having trouble attracting followers or workers, look at your purpose. Do you have one? Is it clearly stated? Has it been communicated? This rings particularly true to me. If there is no purpose, people do not know what they are doing or why they are doing it. This is especially true when combined with programs that have existed as long as anyone can remember and have lost all effectiveness. It seems to me that a person with any sense at all would ask, why should I participate and what is the point? Purpose also produces unity. And unity is essential in a church. Unity makes a church strong, while division will weaken a church and a nation. Again, quoting Reverend Allen on unity, he says this, quite often it is lacking. The answer is not to pray for unity, but rather to provide purpose, which allows people to rally around something. When purpose is clearly stated and understood, unity is the result. In my own experience, I can see quite clearly the result of a lack of a clearly stated purpose. A lack of purpose leads to everyone doing whatever they want, unsure of what they should be doing. This, of course, is quite disastrous. Clearly defined purpose is therefore necessary in order that people might be united in using their time, energy, and talents in the same direction. The third essential concept is that of core values. Core values answer the question, what do we need to do on a daily basis to reach our objectives? As Reverend Allen states, this question is significant because the practical day in and day out portion of your effort allows the where and how to be realized. Core values differ greatly from vision. Vision is directional and clarifies the organizational direction, but core values propel the ministry forward. The core values are what are used to evaluate all aspects of ministry. They help a church or organization to decide what is important and how to operate. They can help to prevent mission creep. I have observed in companies and even stores at times where there can be a tendency to add everything, to sell everything, and forget about why they exist. A church can become overwhelmed and their effectiveness diluted if they try to be all things to all people. The focus should be on that which is core to fulfilling the vision. In conclusion, God has called leaders into his church. God has always worked through individuals and will continue to do so today. May we as leaders do the work that is necessary to become effective laborers for him. May we clearly articulate vision, purpose, and core values in order that what he has placed in our care might be most effective for his kingdom.